Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BOHICA. Yeah, I know it was a short break. You know what? I don't want to hear it because this is great because, people called me. And we have Ashley, the founder of Battling Bear, on the phone with us. Welcome, hon. How are you doing today?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty damn good. My listeners going like, what is he talking about? Why was he screwing us out of a couple minutes yesterday? And hopefully they understand because I was talking to two women that have really sexy sounding voices. So it makes my life
Wow.
really easy.
Awesome.
So now, when you called, because we already kind of got into it a little bit when uh, we started the show, apparently something has happened and you guys are not doing anything with the Philadelphia Soul today.
Right. The scheduling for Battling Bear, I have a couple really awesome, huge opportunities coming out next week for media outlets that hopefully we'll be able to talk about whenever I get more specifics. But to be prepared for that, I had a lot of paperwork and a lot of research and website stuff and everything that we needed to get done. So it wasn't panning out. So they have a former American Idol singer, and they have enough to fill up their show. So I just went ahead and said, hey, congratulations, and pulled out.
I I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing if they have an American Idol singer. I like I was telling you yesterday. Once our listeners past what American Idol does, I'm done. I stopped paying attention because
Yeah.
that's everybody else who's paying attention to the stupid crap that goes on. I'm happy with it. So no, that's cool. Hopefully everything works out. Now, any upcoming events? I know you said stuff that you're waiting on being able to talk about it. We understand how that is. Do you have any other events?
Yes, we are getting ready to release the information on there's a helper of ours that has coordinated a skydiving event where Battling Bear is going to be raising the money for the airplane fuel, and they have several wounded warriors that are going to be able to jump for the first time ever, and that'll be this September in North Carolina, and you're going to be able to find out in the next day or two information on that on our website and on our Facebook page, battlingbear.org. And then facebook.com/battlingbear. So we're really excited about that. And then we are in the works with working on Soldiers in the Sand, which is going to be a 3-day event specifically for children, where we're going to have sand sculptures and bouncy houses and all that kind of stuff. We're working on finalizing the dates for that. Everything is, we don't have, real solid information as far as dates and locations and everything, just because we need to make sure we have a little bit left on our nonprofit status to get ready to send that into the IRS, and then once we have that, then we're going to go to finalize everything. So in another 4 weeks, we should be able to tell you about our 3 or 4 big events that are coming up.
Sounds good. Now, more specifically, and we had talked about, I believe it was a Yahoo News article that started this whole thing, getting our interest here in your organization. But what motivated you? Because I can tell it from a guy's perspective, but maybe it'll be a little better for you to tell us why you guys are doing this and what the importance is of making sure that there's a distinct difference between post-traumatic stress and some jackass lashing out for no particularly good reason.
Exactly. When I had the picture taken, I had actually, it was several days after I had gone to family advocacy to get assistance for my husband and my family. I've been fighting him to try to get diagnosed with PTSD for years. He had gone to see a counselor who shut him down and said he didn't have any issues, and then we had tried MFLAC, which is the Military Family Life Advocacy Counselors, and that was pretty much a waste of time. And then he had gone to ASAP, and it wasn't successful for him. So as a last-ditch effort, I went to family advocacy, and they took the information that I told this woman and charged my husband with domestic assault and told me that I couldn't, even though I didn't want to press charges, they were unfounded, I was manipulated, blah, 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 that it was out of my hands and they were still going to press these domestic assault charges. So, and in the meantime, all these soldiers were committing suicide, killing their wives and committing suicide. So I jokingly said to one of my best friends, Christy, that after being shut down and laughed at and everything with all these different resource programs in the military, that I felt like taking off all my clothes and streaking the 101st Command Building, because maybe if there was a naked woman running across the lawn, they would either listen to me or, lock me up because I was out of my mind. But either way, at some point I would have been heard. So we went live with this picture, and it was supposed to just be a photo campaign to raise awareness and unite the lives that, struggle with things. Because as I was sharing my story, I was hearing that it's repeated again and again and again. And we started getting emails and asking what we were going to do about PTSD, if we were going to be helping or just raising awareness. And so then it has developed into this soon-to-be nonprofit organization. We went from 0 likes on the 20th of April 2012 to 21,000 as of yesterday, so 2 months and 6 days. So it's been crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, and that is outstanding. And when I had told you guys yesterday when I talked to both of you ladies that I applaud what you're trying to do. And we here, I know definitely on my show, I'm pretty sure I can convince the other guys on FUBAR, because I know they're wanting to talk to you. We're really excited about this because it is extremely important for people to understand what really is going on with PTSD. It's and the worst part is, there are people out there that tell the soldiers that it's okay to lash out on their families, and no, it isn't. And that's where everybody gets the bad rap. And so it does hurt when I heard the story when you went to the family advocacy counselors and they did what they did. That, it didn't make any sense. And I loved my time in the military. I love the Army. But then again, it is also that love-hate relationship where it's like, really? You guys are going to do this?
Exactly.
So, it's one of those things. Whatever we can do, we are more than happy to have you on every week if we can. Because I know it's going to be getting kind of busy for you and everybody on your staff. But every time we can, we're going to have you on to help get the word out as much as we can.
Thank you so much. And we have, if people are willing, we have a letter campaign. We're working with Rob Larson, a writer with the BusinessInsider.com, military and defense. It's called The Smoke Pit, I believe. And we're publishing the letters with people's stories. And you can, tell all or tell what you want and remain anonymous, or come out with names and everything else. It's just whatever you're comfortable with doing. Because in my talks with the higher levels of command, they said that their desire is to ensure that soldiers receive the top-notch care that they deserve. So we're just trying to, military families, we're all about the mission. So if that's the mission, then I'm going to help them get it. And we want everyone out there to know that PTSD is not it's not a life sentence, and it's not a terminal illness. It's something that you can get better from. It's just if the sooner you get the help to deal with the issue, that the quicker you can get better. But the longer you wait, the more complicated it gets, and the bigger the issue arises. And that's what we're trying to get DOD to realize, is that they need to do it now, not 7 years from now.
Oh, absolutely. And, I'm so glad that we have gotten in touch, because now you have the lovely boot of ours to go getting kicked in their ass. So
exactly.
Hopefully that can help. Ashley, thank you so much for calling in. Hang on the line. I'm going to go to break real quick. We'll finish up talking. So thank you so much for calling in. Hang tight, and I'll be right back with you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking around, and thank you so much, Ashley. We certainly appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to BOHICA. Stick around. We're going to break. Got more. heading your way here on Hell's Bells Classic Rock, only on the Pontiac Entertainment Media Network.